Uh, This video is going to provide basically some crypto tips and some insights about the crypto world for 2023 and in general. And I'm just going to start with the headlines in the Cointelegraph. It says that the United States is going to see inflation spike and 5 things to know regarding Bitcoin this week. So first of all, the Bitcoin traders, they fear new lows amid flatlining price. So the Bitcoin holders, they be wishing for volatility. They want to see Bitcoin going up, but so far it seems like there's nothing. During Christmas, during the past few days, it pretty much remained the same. You can see it's $16,681. Didn't see any major changes here. The line is pretty flat. However, and someone says 12K is very likely, and Michael Burry warns the inflation will return. What's the issue with inflation? I mean, inflation basically is means that there's less investment that like we used to see in the past 10 years, where companies used to invest money in um, in stocks and basically in other companies, and companies investors, they save money because they can get fixed deposits, for instance. Now, one of the things that Binance used to offer a year ago, 2 years ago, was pretty high interest on the USDT, on the Tether, and other coins as well. They offer, for instance, on BNB 3.5. However, when you compare it to what you have in the market itself, in a regular bank, traditional bank, it's not very attractive anymore. It used to be 10%, by the way, if you go about 2 years ago. And that's why crypto was booming. There were basically crypto loans that in Binance that where somebody would take his crypto and use it as collateral in order to have leverage. So if you have, for instance, $1,000 worth of crypto, you can have $2,000 worth of crypto. Then you can have a leverage and you can start trading in Binance, for instance, with this leverage. So if you would gain 60% on $1,000, you would get it actually on $2,000. Then you pay back the loan, and that's how Binance would make money. The issue with it right now is that those things are no longer attractive. First of all, because of what happened with FTX. And secondly, it's because the Federal Reserve is expected to raise the rates again by February 1st, 2023. We're looking at 0.25% to even a possibility of larger 0.5 percentage point hike. So with this case, that means that traditional banks in the United States, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, whatever, they're going to offer investors, savers, basically more money for saving with them. And it doesn't require any technical skills. You don't need to use a wallet, for instance, like a crypto wallet or anything. People that are not really savvy, they don't really know how to use crypto so well. They're going to use traditional banks, and that's how they're going to make money if they have money saved. If they don't have money and they have to pay a mortgage, for instance, that's another issue as well. But from saving perspective, from investment perspective, you can see why crypto is not attractive, because it doesn't offer, there's no really substantial offer against what you see from the banks right now. So that's something that crypto has to solve. Would would is it going to come with an offer, so to speak? Can crypto offer something for investors so they would invest in it? Only time will tell. That's what we're going to see. But that's something to expect in 2023. So what can we expect for 2023 from Binance if we have to just look at it holistically? If you go to CZ, which is the founder of Binance, you can see that he's been tweeting a lot recently. Seems like there's a heavy weight on his shoulders, and that's why he's sometimes he's coming with tweets like, I think I was more tired on my vacation than at work. It takes a lot of energy to relax or do nothing than doing something that you like. And this is his pinned tweet for 2023. So he said, let's try to keep it simple. Spend more time on less things, do's and don'ts. And one of the emphasis here is on compliance. Basically, he's already expecting the lot of regulation from, after what happened with FTX. It could be not only regulation from United States, it could be also in Europe as well. So it's not gonna be so nice, but that's what he's saying. Now you can see that some of the tweets that people making here is that CZ, I think it's best you pin it to your profile. He said it 6 hours ago, and he said good suggestion, and it's done. That's why he pinned it. If you would look into this tweet, just and 20 minutes ago, there were some nasty tweets like written back, and like this one. This tweet means there's some damning real news about to come out against CZ, and as always, he will just call it FUD and block everyone who disagrees. There were a few more like this. I mean, Crypto Vinco is the #1 source for trusted crypto insights. He has 34,000 followers, and uh, there were a few more comments like this, and it looks like some people are a little bit skeptic about what's going to happen with Binance. Um, so, yeah, that's something to consider. Um, if I'm going to look at just a few more comments here. My crypto is frozen on Binance while the company operating liquidity pool is audited. Is there any chance we can expedite the account audit so we, as the members, can get the crypto back? It's reminding you something like SDX. So he says to start a live chat with Binance and get it resolved. That's what they replied over Twitter. By the way, they have a very interesting verified account because it's official business on Twitter. Like it looks like it's yellow now, it's not blue. um, anyways, regarding Binance itself, you can see very briefly here that Binance Coin is trading at $246. And if you look just back in November, if you're going back just 3 months ago, in November at the peak it was $360. And even if it was $350 then, it lost like $100 of value. Now, it happened before crypto. Does it mean that Binance Coin is going to go further down? No one knows. If you want to look for more ideas, you can check the posts here. Sometimes some valuable information is posted here, and you can, based on that, assume or basically suggest what's going to happen with the price. But is, for instance, Elliot is bearish on the Binance Coin. He says, uh, let me read it. What is perhaps the highest time frame? 3 months worth doing. Um, so that is not trend line. That's just been with Bitcoin. The very beginning price was with volatility violently, but I mean volatility. Rejected from 2011, 2013, broke back. Anyways, bottom line, he says, overall extremely bearish outlook for Bitcoin as well as Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Binance Coin, and Polygon. He says why? Because I'm familiar with the time frame levels, and he feels like just like we said in the previous part, that Bitcoin is going to touch $12,000, and as a result, Binance Coin is going to go down. That's the way he sees it from trading perspective, not from anything based on news or anything. Again, we don't know what the news is going to be next week from now. Well, we do expect regulation to take place in 2023, at least for according to what CZ was saying. If you go to free Bitcoin and you type the code Binance CZ, then you're gonna get a bonus here. Okay, so that's something for you to consider. All right, let's move on to the next part. Thanks. CoinMarketCap is one of the most popular websites for crypto prices. If you want to check the crypto prices in real time, then that's the best place to go, coinmarketcap.com. It updates the price of Bitcoin and other crypto coins every second, almost every second, for sure every minute. Since it's Christmas Day, we don't expect a major swift to change its price in the prices for crypto, basically because there's not going to be a large trading volume in Christmas Day. So we're expecting Bitcoin to stay over like around $16,800 ish. Um, but for sure, if something new is going to happen, then you should definitely see changes. If some major exchange, for instance, is going to close on Christmas Day or something big is going to happen, then yes, there's going to be move in the price. So the CoinMarketCap is basically listing all the coins based on their trading volume and the market cap that you have here. So Bitcoin has the largest market cap in the world of crypto. Then it's Ethereum. Then it's Tether, USD Coin. Ripple is number 6. It used to be number 3. And Binance Coin is number 5. So you can see how important Binance is for the future of crypto. So if I scroll down, you can see all the coins that are listed here, the ones that are less popular. For instance, Zcash, BitTorrent New, which we offering in the free BitTorrent.com faucet, up PancakeSwap as well. These coins have pretty massive volume as well as market cap. I mean, with all due respect, $550 million is pretty huge. It's not something to underestimate. The same thing with Dash, that used to be in the top 10 cryptocurrencies, but it went down because, as you can see, I mean, it has less of a use for now. But it went up a little bit in the past 7 days, a little bit high, but it's still like $44. It used to be worth more than $150, if not more, back in its better days. So that's what something that you can see on CoinMarketCap. However, there's some other sections that you can check on CoinMarketCap. For instance, you can see the recently added coins, so you can see Santa masks. Normally, these kind of coins are pretty much like shitty coins. They no value. It's best not to buy them. If you want to check them, you can click on the link and basically check on their site, and this way you can see what they're offering, what they're about. This is a meme token, so only buy it if you really like it. If you do it for speculation, or if you think you're gonna make some money out of it, then be very careful, because many of these tokens, of these meme coins, they could be dangerous. This could be interesting, but you have to check it. You have to check it for yourself. You have to be sure that you conducted your own due diligence and you're happy with it. So that's something for you to check. And back to CoinMarketCap, if you hover with the mouse on cryptocurrencies, you can see gainers and losers. So basically, gainers and losers are showing you all the top performing coins in the past 24 hours and the losing ones as well. As mentioned, this is Christmas time, so we're not expecting huge swings when like seeing 20, 30, 40% that you might see on a normal working day. But still, OKB went up by 5%. Zcash that we mentioned previously went up by 1.6%. And Solana went up by 0.84%, Chainlink by 0.58%, 58. And Litecoin is $65, but it barely changes. Same thing with Cardano, which actually went down if you look at the long term. And on the other hand, you can see some coins that lost value. XEM, NEM is under 3 cents now, which is very low. And Maker, for instance, $542. And so on. You can see what's going on with all these coins, and you can also check the gainers and losers over the past 30 days instead of just the past 24 hours. And then you're going to get a better insight of which coin is performing well. For instance, the Tone coin, which is now in the rank 22 in the CoinMarketCap list. So if I go back to CoinMarketCap, you can see that number 22 is Tone coin. And Tone coin has went up by 44% in the past 30 days. So that's something to consider. Bitcoin SV went up to 44-ish dollars. If you Dash is 44 as well. If you see it on the rise, but again, in the long term, it went down pretty massively. And Bitcoin in the last 30 days made a gains of only 1.69%. So that's something to consider. Binance Coin lost in the past 30 days 19%. So this is something that you can look. And 1 second, somebody was messaging on Skype. I'm just gonna close it, say won't bother. Sorry about that. And so yeah, so this is something to consider when you want to check a coin. Like for instance, Solana is 20.62%. Trust Wallet is 36.51% down. Remember, the Trust Wallet is a link or basically connected to Binance. Binance is the one that came up with this wallet in order to allow users to basically exchange, save currencies in this wallet. But the fact that Binance lost some value, that's probably shining on, for negatively shining on the Trust Wallet token as well. Other than gainers and losers, you can also see the spotlight, like for instance, um, trending. So these are coins that are trending that a lot of users are talking about. So for instance, Terra Classic is still trending, but it's pretty low, 0.00014442. And you can also check, other than trending that I mentioned here, you can also check the trending like in the bottom. So not just the top 10 ones, but the top 30 ones. So Cadena, for instance, is 90 cents. It used to be worth 20 something dollars. Most visited as well is coins that are mostly being checked by users. So you can see that Binance Coin is the second one. So that means that a lot of investors, users, they have interest in Binance Coin. And they also recently added, this is what we mentioned, these are the new coins that we just added to CoinMarketCap, not necessarily were created 5 hours ago, but CoinMarketCap added them just recently. If you see anything that's interesting you hear, then you can try it. But remember that these kind of tokens, the meme coins, whatever, like Merry Christmas token, they probably very dangerous assets to buy, especially that Christmas is almost passing, and also because you don't even know who created it, what they're offering, and but you can check it and see what they're offering, and if you like it, you can give it a try. Just always conduct your own research. Okay, so that's the main parts of CoinMarketCap. Other than that, you can also check if, for instance, if you have a coin that you wish to buy. For instance, let's take a coin that is not very popular. Let's say Filecoin, for example. You can scroll down. Besides, you look at the graph at the price, you can also see the markets that are being offered. So you can see you can buy this coin on Binance, and you can also buy it in Coinbase, KuCoin, Kraken, etc. So you can see that they are all offering this type of coin. But if there's a coin that is not on Binance, for instance, if we're gonna, especially if we're gonna go down, and let's go to the fourth page, like let's take, for instance, WazirX. Not expecting it to be on Binance, although it's in a BEP2. But let's see if Binance is offering it. No, Binance is offering it. Okay, my bad. Let's try to take something that is less known, maybe from the sixth page. let's say referendum or whatever you call it. Not sure. Let's see what the markets that are offering it here. Right. So this one is not available on Binance, but you can get it on Gate.io, and that the confidence meaning that which is the best crypto exchange to use, that it's Gate.io. By the way, Gate.io has been much more solid and much more stable crypto exchange to use. So if you want to get this coin, for instance, you can use Gate.io to buy it. So yeah, that's more or less the way CoinMarketCap works. There's many more sections to explore, but that just the main ones that you might be aware of and you might want to deal with for now. Okay, so thanks again, and see you in the next part of the video. Bye for now. One of the best sources to know or to check if the website you're dealing with is a scam website is Bitcoin Talk. Bitcoin Talk is a very popular forum. It's been online, you could say, almost since the creation of Bitcoin, or pretty soon after Bitcoin was established, the way you want to call it. But it doesn't matter. What's relevant is that forum number 83. So if you go to bitcointalk.org with the link that you see here, basically this is a very good source to check website for scams. Um, for instance, they are there are a lot of descriptions here that might be worth checking. For instance, somebody is mentioning that he was scammed out of $100,000 by fake $0 withdrawal on the Binance Smart Chain, and that's the scam transaction basically that he's seeing. Um, that's something that you can read here and see what the users are telling him. And there's so many others. For instance, GameBit, there's a fake team members. So they say uh, like all the pictures here. For instance, this guy, he says that blue frame, real name, team, Borman, and picture links are taken from here. Now this website is not working, but the fact is that somebody got them exposed and sharing the details here. And there could be so many others. For instance, somebody's complaining about Rubet, locked me out, I've kept my money. Sometimes this scam accusations can be, especially if they're made by newbies, there might be more to the story that they're mentioning here, but sometimes it could be something genuine, and you can basically feel free to read and see what users are telling you, what they're describing, and you make decisions based on that. Somebody says that he had an issue for $750, but then the funds returned. And there's so many things that you can read here. If we just go to the second page, we can look, for instance, stake.com account suspended and withdrawal blocked. And there's an edit. So you edit the first point. He wants to say, okay, this, and that. And there's so much to read. I mean, I'm not going to be able to go over all of it, but you can see that it's a very good source to see if there's some issue with some forum members, with some websites, etc. So that's one thing in regards to a Bitcoin talk. And the benefit of Bitcoin Talk, unlike Trustpilot or many other review websites, is that only established members, the ones that's been with the website for a long time, they're getting much more credibility in the forum. So a review website might produce or might show you a review from some user that literally signed up to Trustpilot just a week ago. So yes, the Trustpilot, for instance, is showing you a review that made by someone with 20 reviews and one that made only one review. But still, it's not there's not enough credibility there. And Whereas on the other hand, with a forum like this, you can see some much more interesting things and see how members, the users react to what they see. And somebody, for instance, on November 28th, when basically the trouble started, was asking if you can access the FTX website or if you got scammed. And then we all know what happened with FTX. And there's some ongoing Coinbase phishing attack and other exchanges, and Google form email scam, and there's so many other things that you can educate yourself against companies or users or anything that basically can put you in a situation where you lose money. So that's why this forum is in our view, is a very good forum. You you can see through here lot of things that um, basically are very helpful. All right, see you on the next part. Bye. If you look at Google for the keywords NFTs dead, you can see that the first result that comes up is from bloggeeks.com. And they say that NFTs, or the abbreviation of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, they were the hottest things in the market in 2021. However, NFTs have lately experienced dramatic fall from grace. Now, the trading volumes have crashed by 97% from the beginning of 2022, which was $17 billion, to September 2022, the end of it, only $466 million. So if that's the gist of it, according to bloggeeks.com, if you go inside, like if you click on the link, you can see that they sharing a little bit more information, and they saying that the chart basically showing you what happened with the volume. Then in September, OpenSea saw average weekly volumes of $80 million, reaching $11 million trading volume. OpenSea is one of the main websites for NFT exchanges for trading it, buying it, selling it. So at the peak of the hype, NFTs were nothing short of cultural phenom, but people were paying millions of dollars for a rock JPG file. So it can be understood and can be very clear why it was only a hype. So the main question, is it dead? Well, yes and no. NFTs, and we know them today, that what we had in the past, yeah, that's dead. But it could be used for better cases. And the conclusion is that NFTs serve a very important function by bringing scarcity into the digital world. However, for them to flourish, it's important to expand their use cases. It's also crucial to keep in mind that as long as Ethereum remains slow and expensive to use, it's going to deter users from using NFTs for simple everyday use cases. Well, the fees with Ethereum now have fortunately they've been lowered for quite a while. It's only now 47 cents for a base fee for a transfer, plus 7 cents for any speed, whether it's the standard fast, so it will be about 54 cents. If it will be tokens, it will be maybe double or triple the price, dollar 50, something like that. So in that regards, that's okay. But the fees definitely were some troubles, and now they're no longer an issue. But what you can see here, just basically the main answer, the main concept from here to realize is that crypto is shaping itself, and crypto would have to shape itself more and more. Crypto is here to stay, it's just not going to stay with the same format you're seeing now. The same format we had in the past is probably not going to take place, or not only just not going to take place practically already, just like we've seen with NFT. Promo code, another promo code here is NFT might be dead. So that's the code that you can just you can use. It might be dead, it might be not. Hope you're not upset with this code. I mean, some people still like NFTs. We have nothing, against that. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, that's for you to consider. All right. If you look at the site, you can see a banner for First Spin, for instance. You can click on it to check it out. Um, as you can see here, it's talking about the TFS token, that the more you play, you're basically getting TFS tokens. Now, we've been discussing a lot of negativity about crypto for 2023, but TFS, for instance, is actually quite promising if you look at it with a chart for the past 1 year. So at the lowest during May, June, it was hovering around 0.002 cents. And since then, it actually more than doubled its value. It's now worth 0.0056. And you can actually see that even between the last day of the year and today, it went up even further. So it's attracting quite a lot of investors. It has, by the way, a market cap of $2.5 million, and you can see the volume. It's reasonable volume considering the fact that there's small traders that using this token, but still, nonetheless, this token is bringing value to users. You can see there's a lot of users here. They are bullish on it. For instance, Sergey is saying it. RoastFS. A lot of users are bullish on it. They happy with the returns. Um, one of them is calling it a scam, but overall, it seems like a very interesting token to look into for 2023. In regards to the site itself, Firstspin, from what we know, what we've been experiencing ourselves, we had no issues making deposits, withdrawals, interacting with the website. It's completely smoothly. There was no problems whatsoever. And we just posted previously this information about Bitcoin Talk in the scam forum that you can see here. We didn't see like many accusations. You would always see some accusations coming in, for instance, like against Stake, that Stake is quite a good reputation, but nonetheless, the gaming sites by nature are going to get under fire. It's unfortunately part of the game. For instance, BC Game is stealing from customers with proof. BC Game is extremely great website, but the guy was saying is it was basically complaining about some bets with the total number of goals. Now it could be right, it could be not. Um, I personally asked him, what's the betting amount of this bet? Like, what is 0.5 hourglass? Like, how much is it in dollars? I mean, are you making a scam accusation based on a bet with $10 that you coming up with this? Is it $100? Or how much is it? Nobody replied. If you wish to reply, by all means, check this thread. But absolutely, this is not a proper scam accusation, at least in my opinion. And it seems like the amount is small. That's what it seems to me. But I don't know. I could be wrong here, but it seems like the guys just basically like to bash the website for maybe there was wrongdoing here, but it really I'm more interested. I'm really more interested to see what's the betting amount, like what's the bet amount that he had over there. Okay. This is a more interesting topic, by the way. 26 Bitcoin stolen. This is the things that you actually need to pay more attention, and you can learn from those experiences how to protect yourself. That's why I mentioned previously the importance, how so valuable is the information here, because it can help you protect yourself. You can learn from other people that experience really bad things to protect themselves. So anyway, that's anyway about the TFS token. So if you like it, feel free to check the banner here. You're gonna see the banners also on the other side. For instance, if you go to Neo, you can see the banner here as well. We always update the banners, and we're happy to do that. But we always making sure that we're using banners for websites that we trust, that we value, and you can see as well that the market speaks for itself. That's all we care about. If we just here with the NFT might be dead, now you can put TFS token, and you're gonna get more free rolls. All right, that's all for now for this part. Gonna move on to the next one shortly. Thanks for watching so far. So this part is starting already with some promo codes, 2 promo codes you can see here. First of all is Bitcoin prediction for 2023. That's the first code. And the second code is going to be CoinDesk 2023. Now let's discuss it further if you guys want to just delve into it for a few minutes. So you can see that CNBC, one of the most popular websites in the US, has pretty bold statement for Bitcoin. They're saying that the boldest Bitcoin calls, the predictions for 2023, they are out, and we have 1,400% rally on the one hand, or maybe 70% plunge maybe on the cards. So basically, they're saying no one knows. So that's what they're saying, but they have a really nice bold statement here. They do mention some facts that Bitcoin fell over 60% in 2022, driven lower by a series of high-profile company failures like FTX, like BlockFi, and many other examples as well, and as well as bleak macroeconomic climate. So these are few of the reasons why it plunged. But remember also the interest rates in the US, that's we already discussed. That's also something that caused a decline because, for instance, if somebody wants to save money, um, is better doing it just with traditional bank than going to Binance, for instance, because there's more safety there. Although crypto was created in order to not exactly to replace banks, but to provide an alternative or something that could be run in addition on the same time. So these are the predictions we this on CNBC. Somebody says 250,000. Standard Chartered, which is a popular bank as well, says just $5,000. Mark Mobius $10,000. So for now, it looks seems like a little bit bleak. That's what the investors say. The best thing to do is to check what happens several months or weeks down the line and see what happens. But this is CNBC. I just want to show you one more thing. CoinDesk.com. The first thing they're saying is that first mover Asia Bitcoin celebrates New Year with alt pricing, alt steadily at 16.7K. Um, that's the first headline in CoinDesk. But when I'm looking for headlines, if you want to look for something that is interesting, something that actually is making changes, for instance, what I already discussed previously. So in CoinMarketCap, you can see the top crypto gainers and losers today, the 3rd of January 2023. And you can see that Solana has gone up by 17.89%. And one of the main reasons for that is that Solana was pretty much tied to FTX. However, Solana is not FTX. I mean, there's a lot of connection between the two. You can look into it, but Solana is not part of FTX. And because it's not, maybe what the market is doing is that there was a lot of fear that Solana is not going to make it. And eventually, this is just, sorry, that's not year to date. Yeah. So eventually it shows that some resilience to a certain extent, but still remember that in February, just about a year ago, even January a year ago, Solana was worth $141. So the fact that it's only 11 or even $12 now, it's still 10 times less than what it was worth a year ago. Okay, so somebody mentioned that a whale bought at 11. He says he's somewhat retarded. He's going back to $7 tomorrow. Maybe we don't know for sure. Some are, as I mentioned, some can be bearish, some can be bullish. But this is something to note. CoinDesk is not discussing Solana on their main page, so that's something to note. You can even see the price for Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Binance Coin, XRP. I don't see Solana here so quickly. I mean, they don't show it. Even they have Dogecoin. So these are the most popular ones. We wanted to make a faucet for Solana, but because of the fundamentals behind it, we decided not to. If anything, Stellar could be a much better alternative. As you can see, Matic, Polygon, we have Faucet for it, Chainlink as well. Crypto.com, we don't like it either. We don't like the platform. We don't like what it offers. It's also not available to be traded on many platforms. So that's a big no-no for us. I mean, if you be able to trade crypto.com on many other platforms, just like Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and others, Litecoin, then that will be a much better option. That's in our view, anyways. Okay, so this is this part that's discussing the news, the predictions for 2023. Hope you're getting some good knowledge from it. And by all means, please, here's Solana, by the way. By all means, please, if you have any comments or you want us to share something specific that you're unsure about, just leave us comments so we can get into it. Let's move on to the next part. And for now, yes, good luck with the roles that you got for the promo codes here. Let's say you want to advertise another website and you don't want to use Google for a reason because it's complicated or they require you to make a deposit or something like that. Or it could be that you want to use something simple or maybe more crypto oriented. So Aheads is basically is the first crypto advertising network in the market. They one of the first ones. They've been established for several years now. So there are many other networks that just collapsed, but fortunately Aheads is actually one of the top ones there. So if you want to create an ad, all you need to do is basically you choose the language where you want to um, use for attracting customers. Let's assume it's English, your daily budget. So let's say you want to invest $34. If you want to do less, you can do less. You can even do, you choose your own budget, but it's showing you that for $8 a day, you're going to get about 9,875 impressions per day. Impressions is views. You're gonna get about 9,900 views per day. That means 152 clicks per day. The CPM is gonna be 85, meaning for 1,000 views, it's 85 cents. So for 9,875, it's approximately $8.36. And you choose the title. For instance, you want to choose free crypto, join here. You put the link for crypto demo, and you can choose banners as well. For instance, I choose this banner or this banner, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the way it goes. So and then you just approve it, and you can create the campaign. You can look for coupon codes. Make sure the banners that you're using are in these sizes, because these are the best sizes to use. It has to be JPG, PNG, or GIF file. That's it. Then you make a deposit and you start advertising. You don't need to work so hard with it. This is why ads has been one of the top performing ones. You can also earn with ads by advertising, meaning like for instance what we do. For instance, in Freenio, right now we have this banner, but we can put ads banner there as well. And basically, then you get paid for views, that users watching the banners, and that's how it works. Now, if you are advertising, you can also exclude yourself from certain sites, from certain niches. For instance, if you looking to attract gaming users and you don't want to advertise in fashion websites, then you can exclude fashion. And you can also make sure it's only targeting the language that you wish to target, etc., etc. So it's pretty simple to use. If we looking at SEMrush, by the way, and I'm gonna take this website here, one moment, and also gonna go to free Bitcoin in a second. So ads.com, the system already recognizes. So they have 294 million backlinks. That's amazing. So you can see this is really a really top network up there. 8.1% shares in the traffic shares in the United States. So it's pretty solid. If you compare it, for instance, to freebitcoin.io, that's crazy. Here we have 71,000, but here you have 294 million. So even if you take the top faucet out there, they have 9 millions, not 294. So it speaks for itself. I mean, it's showing you how big it is. But this is part of the game. Um, yeah, the more the website is established, the more links it's going to have. I mean, they're doing a really good job replacing what many other networks are having as well. If you're looking at Google, for instance, for Alphabet stock, you can see Google has been declining pretty badly from the peak of 148. It's reinventing itself, and that's why it should go up. In the past 5 years, it still went up, but if you're looking at the past year, it went down by 40% almost. And the reason it went down is because ChatGPT and companies like, I mean, websites like AADS, they providing an easier platform. You don't need to sign so many agreements, so many forms. And this is what crypto is about. That's the good side of crypto, that it's actually allowing you to advertise and flourish with more freedom to do what you like. So in the promo code here, if you type AADS, this is gonna bring you another code, and sorry, another role. And yeah, let's try one. Just use the sunflowers. Don't think there's more. And now 38 are left. Let's try one more time. Once you pass the CAPTCHA, you don't need to pass the CAPTCHA again. You told us about this pop-up that it's a little bit annoying. We're looking into it as well. And yeah, hopefully this information is helpful. So if you need to advertise something, by all means, you should consider ads for your business needs. Thanks. Luna Classic at the moment is $0.000157. If you look at the price just about June 2022 was worth over $100. It's now completely worthless and it hasn't peaked since. I mean, there's a bit of a small increase that you can see. For instance, 2.6% today, was a little bit more yesterday, but over the long run, um, Terra Classic, Luna Classic is not convincing. So Joel Frank has posted yesterday article about Terra Luna Classic price prediction. Where is it going to be in 2023? Just as advice, I mean, nobody knows and nobody can tell. But as we mentioned in probably a very long time ago, you can see that Luna Classic itself is, in terms of cryptocurrency broader direction, there's a chance there's a positive shift in macro sentiment if the Fed switches to easing rather than, instead of increasing the rates, raising the rates, they're going to lower them. That could reignite risk appetite in crypto markets. At the moment, it doesn't look like it, as we just explained in the beginning of the video, that the Fed is actually looking to raise more interest rates. But of course, that if we're going to go back to the years where the interest rates were low, then yes, that could lift Luna Classic. It could lift the entire crypto space. But at the moment, yes, it's unclear if it could be a major winner in the crypto space. Investors might want to consider other altcoins with better value proposition. And now he provided this list here. That's what he thinks is better. What Joel says here is pretty much correct in our view. I mean, we don't expect Luna to make any significant jumps unless, of course, the currency is going to become like a meme coin like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu. In this case, and only in this case, the coin itself is it could skyrocket. But at the moment, there are no fundamentals behind it. From time to time, you might see someone buying it, someone trying to raise the price. If you're looking at the price over just the past 1 month, he said, yes, you can see it was 117, 0.00, the three zeros, and then 18, 17, but it's quickly shifted downward. And there was a little bit of shift in the crypto price as well. Bitcoin went up back towards the 18, 19,000. Now it's 16,000. So it's very difficult to expect much from Luna Classic, unfortunately. If you're looking at the post here, good morning, investors. Today the market is closed, but the predictions, I think the market was yesterday closed. The crypto market is never closed, but maybe it's referring to something else. There's huge since inflation has peaked, the CPI data is lower, and the Fed is expected to raise rates only from 0.25 to 0.5 only. Well, just for your information, Paris 78, if they're going to raise it by 0.5, that's not necessarily going to be the last raise. So what are you going to do with that? Maybe at the moment it looks like it's only 0.5, which is very expensive when you come to think about loans, or very good for fixed deposits. But um, which token will be the most successful? Somebody's asking. There's some responses here. In Terra, Classic Community plans revival in 2023. It's increased the burn rate to decrease the overall supplies of LUNC tokens and revive the system. With the start of the year, the community has already burned 145 million LUNC tokens. And top Terra Classic Validator burned this number. Okay, so he's bullish on it, but burning the tokens, unfortunately, is not going to play a significant role when you have so many other fundamentals in place. But that's just for you to consider. If you guys consider investing in Terra Classic, Luna Classic, by all means, take this video and judge ourselves 6 months down the line, 1 year from now in 2024, and let us know if we were right or not, because there are definitely going to be opportunities, but we wouldn't bet on Terra Classic, unfortunately. So to finish this video, we would like to talk about Ethereum, because many people talk only or concentrate a lot on Bitcoin, and no doubt that Bitcoin is the #1 currency, cryptocurrency in the world. But Ethereum is the second largest currency, cryptocurrency in the world, at least as of now. But if you notice, Tether, the USDT, is not going to be too far away from Ethereum. I mean, there could be a potential for Tether to be maybe even temporarily to become the second spot. The reason being is because the crypto prices, while they are going down, the stable coins like Tether and USD coin, which is the #4 now, um, they're performing really well. I mean, because the US dollar is performing better than Bitcoin, at least if you judge the US dollar against the Bitcoin, even Ethereum, from the beginning of 2022 to the end of it. Ethereum at the moment is $1,215. And if we look in just 1 year backwards, just to January just 2022, it was worth $3,761. That was huge volume as well, $14 billion volume of 24 hours. Look at the volume for the past 24 hours. Went up 9%, but still it's only 3 billion, 3.3. So you can see the volume has decreased by 8 times. Oh, so although the volume is maybe 8 times lower than what it used to be a year ago, the price went down 3 times, not 8 times, approximately from 3,600 to 1,200. Still, Ethereum is one of the most interesting currencies in the crypto market. It's, you can say it's decentralized, but that's Vitalik, the owner or the founder, basically. He has certain control over it, but he's not doing much, like he's not getting involved in the news too many times. He wants to keep it that way, and we believe that's why it's a smart decision. If you go on Google, by the way, and you look for free Ethereum, you can see that the first top results, other than the one in cryptonews.com, is freeethereum.io and our site freeethereum.com. But freeethereum.io, if you try to go to it, if you have MetaMask installed, they are going to tell you that this is an issue with that. There's phishing detection. You can continue at your own risk, and then you can see it. And that's the website itself. And in terms of volume to the site itself, if we're just going to look into it, so freeethereum.io has 1.1 million backlinks. That's amazing. In terms of SEO, they're doing pretty well. Um, but this is the way it's been. Now we're going to compare it to ours, but you can see again in January there was a huge peak. It was $3,700. So you can see why so many people wanted to grab their hands, even on free Ethereum. They're not doing it when the market is stable, and that's what's amazing about Faucet sometimes. That when it's stable, nobody's collecting the coins when it's actually free, and it could be worth so much more in the future. And even if it won't be worth so much in the future, it's still free money. And again, when in May, when the price went down, you can see how people lost interest in the coin itself. So if we're going back to May, it was 2,700, and then it started declining and declining even further up to $993 approximately ish in June. And then it recovered a little bit from the 900 ish towards almost $2,000, but then it went down again, and now we know it's worth $1,200. So that's the same thing. You can see that they unfortunately faucets like these. I mean, including ourselves, the people are not going to be interested so much in free Ethereum when they don't see it rising in value. But when it goes up in value, then that's where you're going to see much more. I mean, many more people coming. Same thing you can see with freeethereum.com. Just going to change the domain. Here we have 80,000 backlinks, more than free Bitcoin, by the way. And you can see that we have a similar trend again in January, February. It was really the peak. And then in May, it started declining. But you can see there's organic growth just because we are investing in our business and trying to make it to grow in an say a natural way. But it's good to see the 21% increase in organic search traffic. You can see that the main keywords are free Ethereum, Ethereum faucets. You can see the position for the site here. For instance, certain countries, it's going to show in rank number 7. In some countries, it will show in the top 2 to top 3 sites. But nonetheless, there's many more. You can see more details, by the way, if I'm going to look into it with more perspective, broader perspective, then you can see that ETH Faucet is here, is rank position number 20 only, so the end of the second page at Google. The domain itself is here, is on the top, and the free Ethereum is position 7. Again, I think it's checking several countries to take them into account. But Ethereum with N, for some reason, went from 42 to 6. So many people misspelling Ethereum, just showing you how crypto is still broadly new. It's still relatively new because people didn't even spell it correctly, and there's a reason for it. Um, Other than that, more interesting keywords is how to get Ethereum for free on Google. It's here. Ether Faucet, Ethereum Faucet. Again, it's misspelled, but it's still here. People are looking for that as well. And free TH, which unfortunately for us is only ranked number 44. So somebody has to go to the 4th or 5th page on Google. It's transactional because the user wants to complete something, wants to get free ETH. But even with free Ethereum.io, we can show you that it's very, very difficult to get the free ETH keywords. If I'm just going to look over it here, so you can see that with this WinETH, 38, and free ETH is 42. So despite having 1 million backlinks, they're just two ranks of like more than us. Like it's 42 and not 44. But that's unfortunately, they don't seem to do a lot of work in SEO for some reason. Certain keywords, Ethereum Online IO, which is, well, it's bad for them. But overall, it looks pretty okay. If I'm just going to go back to the same screen, I'm just going to show you one more thing here. So these are just keywords that are the top ones that are being suggested. You can always add more, but there's more keywords that it's not showing. Like for instance, get free ETH here. If I'm going to check the same thing just for ETH, then you can see there are many more keywords that we haven't seen previously. For instance, ETH Faucets, Ether Faucet, and free Bitcoin as well is in the same position. Um, sorry, just one moment. Just gonna go back to SEM Rush. Having the same thing in terms of SEO as well. I mean, could we have to look for proper keywords, not the ETH ones? So you can see just loading. Sorry for the delay. So free Bitcoin, just like this, is the second position. Free Bitcoin IN, probably they're referring to the main website, the bigger website, still number 5. And there's some more interesting things here. There's also freebitcoin.com, because freebitcoin.com is not offering really any substantial, like any valuable information or any faucet wise, something like this. But there's so many keywords, including Cointeply surveys. Is it free Bitcoin legit? It's completely legitimate questions that users are asking, and they want to get answers for them. So this is what I wanted to show it to you. One more thing regarding free Ethereum is the roles themselves. So because we're just finishing the video here, just letting you know, you can just put free Ethereum and you're gonna get a role out of it. And I just want to mention the roles that we're posting in this video. We don't share how long they're going to be valid for. So you can try them anytime. If they work for you, great. If you see they don't work, then you know what you need to do. By the way, if you want to look, if we could do some more videos like this, look at free Neo, for instance. Neo has a very high withdrawal threshold, and nonetheless it has quite a lot of backlinks, so you can see. But the interest in Neo is mostly, again, was pretty wide when crypto was at peak. So there's some interest now, but the organic search traffic, it doesn't show much, unfortunately. But again, if it was January, March 2022, then it would show more than that. And free Cryptom, which is chainlink.io, which just changed to free Cryptom, as we explain over, because of a trademark issue. Here it's showing only one organic search traffic, which is free Chainlink, but Google picked this up pretty quickly. We used to be in number 1, but because of all the domain changes, we had to leave it like this. And free Tether, for instance, this one has more search traffic. Like you can see here, all the keywords that users are searching for when they want to get to the site. Not many, but they're quite interesting, especially free Tether USDT Faucet. Tether free, there's more than that, but it's just the main ones that what SEM Rush is doing. Is basically producing to you a nice overview of how the website is performing. So this is, for instance, very difficult because tether.com, Tether is a very big website. In terms of trademark purposes, they allowed us to keep it like this. Just we cannot use the logos, etc. There's the same with free dash tether. So everybody's choosing the way to handle it. There's so many companies, and crypto is very interesting for sure. So just to finish this video, I want to go back to the gainers and losers one more time. So we spoke about Solana here, and you see Solana now is 5%, it's 11.75. Zcash, for instance, the one that we unfortunately have an open faucet for when we definitely like it, it's $40. It used to be 60 not a long time ago, but it is going up. So there's good fundamentals behind this coin. If you wish to invest, you can consider it. I mean, it has good potential. We know that yes, it was 46 in the peak. It was $43. So it's pretty stable, but it's difficult to say where it's going to go. But if you're looking for maybe to diversify your portfolio, you could consider it. But always make sure you running your own due diligence on whatever you're doing. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. If you have any comments about all these tips, by all means, please share them below this video in the comment section. And likewise, you can share the promo codes that you're spotting on the video if you wish. It's helping other users. And yeah, see you on the next video. Bye for now.